This is the Chrissies Fun Show.
You know that I have two little furry chargers now.
Yeah.
I've got Murphy, of course, who we talk about often, but I've also got two bunny rabbits. They're French lops. Got them for Christmas Day. Gave them to my son and my daughter.
Did they both want them?
Very good story. Was that a leading question, or do you know what it is?
I genuinely don't know.
Okay, so I've got three kids, obviously.
Yeah. Leo would have no interest,
Leo's
right?
got no interest unless it is, served on a pappardelle and a ragu. But Kit, who just turned 13 on Friday, or Thursday or something, so freshly minted teenager, has wanted that specific bunny since he was about 2 or 3 years old. And I always pulled out that mum line, well, if you're going to get it, you're going to have to look after it and you're not old enough, all that sort of rubbish that we lie about.
Yeah.
Because I remember that he always wanted a rabbit and I wanted to make his Christmas special and I gave him this beautiful rabbit. And then I imagined on Christmas Day handing Kit this gorgeous little bunny and the darkness of my daughter Peg going, oh, where's my bunny?
Yeah, of course.
So it turned out when I found the bunny for Kit that was going to be ready on Christmas Day, that bunny had a sister. And so I got them both. And weirdly, their furs match the colour hair of each child. It was just perfect.
Meant to be.
So Christmas Day was heaven. There's little bunnies around, novelty, high end. Like they could not get enough of these bunnies.
And I love that Peg named them after the Kardashian kids. Was that the bunnies?
Well, Peg named hers Chicago.
Chicago, yes.
But we call her Chicago.
Chicago.
We go, look at Chicago. Look at Chicago. I don't know why we speak like a showgirl whenever we refer to this rabbit because we're insane.
What about Kits?
And Kits is Gingy.
Okay.
They were all over it for a while. Now they're my bunnies.
Of course. Would have taken like a fortnight and the novelty wears off.
Yeah, it took about 3 weeks. By New Year's Eve, they were my bunnies. And I was going, hey, anyone want to get some pellets?
Maybe feed them?
No. And the weird twist is I love those bunnies.
Oh.
Every morning I go out there and I open up. I've moved them into their winter environs because when we got them, it was sunny. So they were out in the yard in their, fox-proof
Yes.
thing. It was getting very wet in winter in the elements. So I got a trestle table.
Oh my God, I've just lost the will to live.
I measured it. I know.
Your care for these bunnies is too much.
You will never. That's how I am. I'm like that. You will never go through this because you're never going to have children, but
No.
it's what happens to you. I was down at Bunnings with a tape measure and I'd taken a photo of the measurements of the hutch. So I've raised the hutch off the ground and it's undercover in the barbecue area where we eat.
Look, it's a step up from just talking to empty rooms, leaning on the door like an insane person.
Oh, no, I still do that. Often just holding a little red bunny.
So you're now feeding? You'd be in charge of feeding?
I'm in
picking up
charge of everything. And I got sick of saying, hey, does someone want to feed it? I just do it now.
Yeah.
And not only do I, if I run out of lettuce leaves, I Uber Eats orders just for the bunnies.
Oh, wow.
They love corn on the cob and the little bags of mixed leaves.
Okay.
If I'm desperate. But the real prize, and I did mention it last week and you were horrified, dumpster diving. So at my local fruit and veg shop, there is
so bad.
There is a skip where they throw all the stuff that, Anyway,
Hey, I reckon
found
the people at the Logies heard this talk break last week about you dumpster diving and they were like, cross that woman off this list.
What, like that red carpet's not the ultimate dumpster dive? Anyway, I know it's a good day when I get the prime park outside the skip and I just go and help myself and I take a garbage bag. But today was a good day. Okay, so far so good. I've got the prime park for my dumpster dive. The prime park is the one that's right next door to it. It never happens.
Because is there usually a truck there? Or is it like a loading zone, loading bay
Yeah,
vibe?
well, it's a busy car park, and I got it right there. It means that I can really hoik in there.
These are texts I received this morning in form of video.
Let's have a look what we've got for the bunnies. Hey, not bad. Cruciferous. They love it. They're mad for a cruciferous vegetable.
Cruciferous?
Cruciferous vegetables are like your broccoli and your cauliflower.
Yeah, okay.
They're mad for it. The annoying thing about that specific day at the dumpster dive was that it was all very low and I had to get...
Can you listen to yourself?
My whole bum was
You're not
out.
well.
I was leaning in, but it was already packed in a box, and if I reached really hard, I grabbed the whole box.
This is actually a great haul. That was already in a box, so I just lifted it out. Yum.
And it had radicchio in it. And just to the left, a little thrown bag of dog poop that someone had thrown in.
Stunning. And also 10 points for having Nova on in the background, by the way. That was a good little test.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
One Pass is now available at Priceline Pharmacy, and Sister Club members are getting exclusive access to boosted perks. Start your free 30-day trial today.
Learn more at priceline.com.au/onepass. TC's eligibility criteria and exclusions apply.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
I've been really banging on about a thing that arrives in my house every month to you, Jack, and I'm fairly sure that you would have never heard of it. It's called the Innovations Catalogue.
Yeah, no, you have mentioned that, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
I've brought one in for you.
Asher Ketty? Oh, no.
It's not Asher Ketty, but it looks like it. It is I don't know how I got it, to be honest. It is addressed to me. I feel like
It just started turning up.
God has said to me, you need this in your life. Innovations is like a mail order business with lots and lots of products in it.
Oh, this is so up QVC Chrissy's alley.
Oh my God, I love it so much. Like it is appointment for me. When it arrives, I go, right, okay, the fresh one's here. And then I make sure I've got enough time for a cup of tea and to sit down, and I snip the plastic envelope open and I have a look.
And just see how you can piss your money up the wall.
Well, no, I've never bought anything.
Oh, you don't fall for it?
No, what do you mean fall for it?
Well, it's just catalogue stuff.
The genius behind Innovations is they are products designed by people who are clearly insane.
Okay.
And have been living their lives and gone, my wrists specifically feel very cold. I'm going to invent something for that.
And then they put it in the innovation. Do they send it to Innovations or do they put it in the catalogue?
Look, I don't know the genesis of it. All I know is that I bloody love it. For example, you know when you're making a spaghetti bolognese? I'm going through the catalogue now with you,
great.
my hot
Let's
picks.
do it.
You know when you're going through when you're making your spaghetti bolognese, and the first step is that you fry up the meat.
Yes.
The beef.
The mince.
Seems to be lumpy all the time, doesn't it?
Yeah, you got to real bash it down.
Bloody someone, Faye in Goulburn,
Yeah.
that's annoyed her, and she has invented the easy-to-use food masher. The easy way to break up mince.
So it's different to like a potato masher.
Yes, it's got like a spirally effect.
Wow.
And then, as if that wasn't enough, the starburst says chop it, mix it, or mash it. 5 beveled blades. No more lumpy mince. This cleverly designed chopper quickly breaks it down to a uniform texture. Yes, thank you.
I mean, but Faye, you could just use a wooden spoon.
But it doesn't work. Faye's annoyed with the wooden spoon. I get it. The wooden spoon doesn't work.
Okay.
Hang on. On the other side of that, I didn't see this. A microwave cool caddy, cool handles for an easy grip. Genius.
Mate, you are decluttering. You don't need any more
I know.
suggestions
I'm
or
not going
ideas.
to.
Okay,
but what
good.
about this one? The faster drying clothes rack. It creates its own breeze.
Oh, I like that.
So you plug her in. It's a big rack. You plug her in and then air comes up from the bottom into your clothes.
Okay.
Genius. These are products that you did not know existed, only in your imagination.
Wow. Does Innovations have a website where everything's put together on the same spot or no?
A
in the same spot?
website may feel a little bit too modern.
Yeah, Faye wants a... Yeah, okay.
Given that also in the catalogue you can buy the DVD set of Blue Healers. That is...
Oh, wow.
That is still
That speaks
available.
to the target demographic.
I know. And let's finish this one. Just speaking of what I mentioned in the beginning. Fingerless arm warmers. No more cold wrists.
What is...
I mean, who even knew that a cold wrist was a thing?
That woman, that poor lady looks like she's a burns victim with those on.
Hang on a minute, 1995.
No, Swan, no, you're not wearing that.
Yeah, they're good for the studio.
Absolutely. I do like it cold, actually.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Hope you're really enjoying yourself wherever you are. And let me tell you, I seemed to have enjoyed myself unconsciously
Hello.
last night.
What were you doing, Swan?
I was eating, but I have no memory of it.
Sleep eating.
Yes. So this is what's happened. I'm not a sleepwalker. I'm one of those people that when I go to bed, I stay still or I roll onto my side and that's it.
Really?
I don't snore. I don't make a sound. Like the most feedback I've ever had from anybody who's
Yes.
shared a bed with me, Peg, etc., is, sometimes we have to, shake you to see if you're still alive.
No
Right,
way.
yeah.
I do full-blown gymnastics.
Do you?
Yeah, like I wake up in different positions. The dune is everywhere. The cushions and pillows are everywhere.
Twitchy.
Yeah, I do. I glitch.
There's a glitch in the
I
jack
have like
ricks.
a 1 a.m. glitch and I wake myself
so
up.
funny. The worst part about sharing a bed with someone, I love sharing it with my kids in particular because they're so they smell like carpet and cookies. They're just heaven.
Comforting.
Yeah, but Peg gets hot and I am cold, as you know, like a lizard.
Yes.
And I've only got one doona, obviously.
Yeah.
And I don't know how, but every time she goes on top of the doona and then I'm trying
Oh,
to
you can't yank it.
yeah, and then I'm trying to pull it in the sleep, and then there's nothing ruder than when you hear your mother going, "Can you give me the donut?" Like in the middle of the night,
Waking her up for it.
But I digress. I woke up after a very nice sleep, and I went out to go to the toilet.
Yeah.
And I passed a table on the way to the toilet, and I looked at the table, and it was one of my world famous tubs that I keep in my wardrobe with
This is your secret snack
with my
stash.
treats in it, yeah. And you know exactly what's in there, Raffaello chocolate.
Yes.
That tub was there, and next to it was about 12 of the individual wrappers.
Jesus Christ, did you not eat dinner?
No, wait. And I go, bloody kids stealing my... And then just before I got mad, I went, oh, I think that was me. And then I had like a glitch
Yeah.
where I had a tiny snippet of an image come up in my head of me in my pajamas and my slippers hovering over it and tearing open the little chocolates and popping them in the middle of the night while I was asleep.
Wow.
I've never done this before.
I wonder if you'd woken up extremely hungry, or I wonder if
I just had dinner like it was just a normal night.
That's so bizarre that your brain wanted to do that.
It is so
Maybe
weird.
Subconsciously, you'd been thinking during the day you hadn't had them for a while or gone to the stash.
I don't know. Maybe I was dreaming of being a monster.
13 24 10. Do you sleep eat too? We want to hear from you and what snacks you've been
Yeah,
devouring.
can you make me feel better? Because this, I think, is weird.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
We've been talking about sleep eating. I have never sleep ate. Is that the right
Let's
past
go
tense?
with it.
I've never done it apart from very, very recently. I found a big pile of the little Raffaello, by the way, the most superior chocolate with the almond inside and the coconut on the outside.
I love crunching it just to get the ball cracked.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so enjoyable.
And I saw 12 little sachets, and initially I was like, those kids have stolen my stash again. And then I remembered that it was actually me in the middle of the night.
And you've never done it before.
I've never done it before. And also I don't know anybody that does.
Yeah.
Ryder, have you sleep ate?
I have on many occasions.
What? Okay, why? And at what time? And what precedes it?
So usually I go to sleep around 10 o'clock and sometimes I wake up around 12 and every time that I do that, I go into my pantry. I either get one of those big tins of Pringles.
Oh, are you rich, Ryder?
Oh, not to brag. But my brother gets these packets of mini Pringles as well.
Yeah,
And they're the mini ones. There's
Yeah.
5 big packets in them and he takes them to work.
I know them well.
And sometimes I could go through an entire bag and then he gets really mad at me in the morning.
Yes, and he would, because then the big bag is left and there's no little bags inside it. I get it. But you know what's weird about your story is that my sleep eating happened at exactly that time too. I'd gone to bed at about 10 and I'd woken up at about 12.
You guys aren't having a proper dinner, right? Do you think you're eating too early?
No, I eat around like 6:37.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's a hunger thing. I don't know what it is.
It should just be like a pick-me-up little thing.
A little midnight snack, quite literally.
Priceline Pharmacy voucher for you, Ryder. Let's go to Rosemary, Swanee.
Oh, hi, Rosemary. What did you use? What did you used to scoff on when you were little?
Oh, my God, you're not going to believe this, right? But I used to absolutely love fruit boxes.
Oh, yes, like a juice box, a juicy thing.
The juice boxes, but they were called fruit boxes, years ago.
Yeah.
And
or Prima, depending on where you grew up. Yep.
And literally I would, my mum would keep these, and it had to be apple, and they would be like the apple fruit juices in the fridge, and we would have like, I don't know, she'd buy them for the week, and it'd be maybe 10, 15 of them, one stack behind.
Yeah.
And apparently I used to sleepwalk and eat. Sorry, I would wake up in the morning and my mum would get so angry at me because there's not many left, and she'd find it next to my bed, and I wasn't obviously allowed to have drinks in my room.
No.
And I could not understand how this fruit box got there because I never, ever got up during the night to get one.
How bizarre. There's another reason why your mum would have been mad, because when I buy stuff specifically for recess.
Oh, I remember Mum furious at us for eating the recess food
Really?
and the lunch food. Yes.
Oh my God, I thought it was only
No.
me. And I thought, God, what a pain I've turned out to be. I'm like,
No.
please don't eat those tiny little packets or the little tubs of Yoplait. There's a big tub of it there. Scoop it out.
That's like a core memory.
Open a big packet of chips, you idiots.
Full.
Carly, what were you eating in the middle of the night?
Hi, Chrissy.
Hi.
Look, I wake up and find an open packet of sweet and sour popcorn.
Sweet.
no
Oh, no,
recollection of
please.
how
I
it got there.
want to correct you. It is sweet and salty, and it is superior, isn't it? Sweet and salty.
It hits the spot. Yes.
Thanks, Carly. You are being sent a Priceline Pharmacy voucher, but I want to end with this one. This one has just come through online, and it's the best. And he says, my best friend woke up in the middle of the night with no memory of this. She had a lint bunny's red ribbon hanging from her ear.
Oh, cute.
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.